Hello and welcome, Wargamers, to today's Age of Sigmar Battle Report. I am Luka from MiniWarGaming.com, joined by Davidwhite, and we will be playing 2,000 points of Fyreslayers against the brand new Disciples of Tzeentch. I'll be playing all demons today.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Age of Sigmar Battle Report.
Let's take a look at the Demons of Tzeentch. Well, Disciples of Tzeentch. 2,000 points. We are going to choose the Host Duplicitous as our coven for today. And leading it all, in a Warlord battalion, we're going to have a Lord of Change. Now, I am going to be giving him the Arcane Tome, just so he can cast 3 spells a turn. I will be using a Disciples of Tzeentch artifact as well, with the extra enhancement from the Warlord battalion. Now, he knows every spell from the lore, so I don't have to cover that one, the demon lore specifically. Though he will be the general, and his command trait will be Nexus of Fate. So I will gain extra Destiny dice, or I can essentially swap them around. Moving on, we have a pair of Change casters here. Now, these are the Heralds on foot. One of them is going to have the Eternal Shroud as a demonic treasure. I'll figure that out after I deploy. They're both the same, so it doesn't really matter right now. But that will let me add a Destiny dice to my pool. They're going to keep it simple and going to know both Bolt of Tzeentch because their own built-in spell doesn't quite do damage anymore. It does in a roundabout way. But they might not use this, but just in case they need it, they're going to have it in their back pocket. And then we have the blue Scribes. These two little homies here, I love them. They know every spell from the demon lore and the mortal lore, which is quite good. They can cast one and unbind one, and they still have the ability to automatically cast one on a 2+. So that is mostly what I'm bringing them for a couple of spells from the Lore of Fate, which I don't normally have access to. All of that's in a Warlord, essentially. And then the rest of my army, we have 3 units of 10 pink horrors. The way they do horrors now, it's pretty simple, but I'm paying the points for 10 pink horrors here, and their split and split again rule is very, very similar to how it was before. So if you're familiar with it, not much has changed. They're all going to be expert conquerors, so they're going to count as additional models for objectives. And then the last additions to my list, I'm going to be running Screamers of Tzeentch. I like to have quick, fast-moving units, and they're only 100 points each, so they're relatively cheap, I think, for what they do. And they can kind of hold their own against weaker units as well. Not that the Fyreslayers have any of that in this game in particular, but for future matches. And lastly, I think you'd be a little crazy not to add one of your own cool little Tzeentch Endless spells, because one of your main Allegiance abilities interacts with it quite well, which you'll see in a moment. I am running the Burning Sigil of Tzeentch, and I had the points left over, so I chose to bring the Tome of Eyes as well, because why not? And that will sum up the Demons of Tzeentch for the Disciples of Tzeentch. Let's go take a look at the Fyreslayers.
So in my army, I am Lofnir, so Magmadroth time. I will have the 3 Magmadroths that you should have in that. So I have a Runefather on a Magmadroth, and the Runefather's mount trait is Cold-Heart Ancient, not Cold-Hearted. He has the command trait Fury of the Fyreslayers, and he has the artifact Axe of Grimnir, and he is my general, if that wasn't obvious by the command trait. I also have a Auric Rune Smiter on a Magmadroth with the Forge Key, and they have the Prayer Wrath of Volcatrix, so I can get my Magmadroths fighting back at full health when I want. And their mount trait is the Lava-Tongued Adult, so shooting time. And then the last Magmadroth is a Rune Sun on Magmadroth with Javelins, and their mount trait is the Flame Scale Youngblood. They're also not a leader because Lofnir, they're like battle line, so they get to be in a battalion that will come up at the end. Other heroes, I also have a Battlesmith, just as is. And then my battle line is the Rune Sun because Lofnir, and then I have a unit of 20 Volkites with Fire Steel hand axes, so no shield on them, and a unit of 10 with axes and shields. And then I have a unit of Hurkar Berserkers, unit of 10 with the Broadhead. Not Broadhead hat, Berserker Broadaxe. You know what I mean. Everybody knows what I mean. And then the 2 units of Volkites are in Expert Conquerors Battalion, and the Auric Rune Sun and the Hurkar Berserkers are in a Bounty Hunters. And that is 1990.
Excellent. Let's go take a look at the mission that we randomly determined and When I get to the game. Today, Davidwhite and I will be playing the Nidus Paths. There are 4 objectives here, as you can see on the map, 1 in every table quarter. And our deployments are, well, our territories are similar to a Vanguard style, but we do have to be more than 9 away from the enemy's territory when we deploy. And as you can see here, there are 4 locations, 2 of them marked A in both of our territories opposite one another, and then 2 of them marked B in no man's land. At the end of your movement phase, you can disappear and remove your unit if you're holding within 6 of one of the corners marked A and one of the corners marked B, and it's at the end of the same movement phase. It just appears on the opposite side of the battlefield. So point B connects to point B, point A connects to point A. You have to be wholly within 6 of it to use it, and you still have to be more than 9 inches away from the enemies when you exit the opposite side. Other than that though, we have scoring for holding 1 objective, scoring for holding 2, scoring for holding more, 2 for battle tactic, 3 for grand strategy. Whoever has the most amount of victory points after 5 entire battle rounds will be declared the winner of this minor battle. This will be the battlefield for today on the Nidus Paths, where both of our forces would love to take control of the strategic location. And we have our 4 objectives, as you can see. 1 player will be deploying over there, 1 player will be deploying over there, and we are going to be fighting for dominance over this section of the battlefield, and the objectives will represent that. The paths will connect from here to there, and from here to over there. I know I was kind of like going over it all again, but in case it wasn't overly clear earlier, and all of this terrain and the battle mat itself is from a studio level. If you haven't checked them out yet or heard of them, I bid you go check it out. This whole collection just comes as is. So like you just buy it and you get it all painted and assembled. This is a matching set, so the vegetation on the terrain matches the vegetation on the mat as well. And it's got a river going through it too, so if you ever want to play on like a river kind of thing, then you just have it already built into the mat, and then that's just a nice option to have. But I would like to remind our Silver Vault members before David and I deploy our forces that you have access to many discount codes, many of them being battle mat companies, terrain companies, hobby supply companies. If you are going to go ahead and buy a large collection of terrain or a big bulk purchase of anything, go check the vault section of the MiniWarGaming website out first, or go to miniwargaming.com/silver discount, or just click on the link in the description below, because that will redirect you to where you need to be as well. You can see all of the companies that are offering discount codes to our Silver Vault members, and you can save yourself a pretty penny. Now, you don't need to be a Silver Vault member to see it. You could be a bronze member to see it, but you have to be silver to benefit from it. Anyways, that's enough of that spiel. We're going to go ahead and deploy our forces, roll off to pick sides, and we'll be back in but a second. And we are back. So we rolled off. I chose this deployment zone. I started deploying first. I had more drops than Davidwhite no matter what. So we went pink horrors, Changecaster, blue scribes, screamers, and screamers back here just to watch this hole for things to pop out of, so nothing can show up over here as long as they don't move. Tzeentch, our Lord of Change near our objective. Changecaster over here. And then we have our Pincors and more Flamers. This Changecaster is the one with the Shroud. This is the one where every time I use a Destiny die on a 5-up, I generate a new Destiny dice. My Arcane Tome is over here. And he's also my general, which allows me to roll a Destiny die in my hero phase, and I can replace one of my previous ones. I can just, like, if I roll a 6, I could take like a 2 out and get a 6 instead. I did forget to mention my grand strategy. David, did you say your grand strategy?
Oh, I didn't say mine. Mine is the one that means that I can only do Fyreslayer ones. I have to complete 4 battle tactics of Fyreslayers throughout the game, and then I get my grand strategy.
So you have 1 flexible turn.
Yes.
Understood, okay. Mine, the Disciples of Tzeentch ones have some pretty comical ones. I'm going to go with the easiest one. At the end of the game, my Destiny dice left have to equate to 9 or more. That is it. So just don't use my Destiny dice.
Don't cheat.
Don't
you'll
cheat,
be fine.
and I'll be fine. I'll get my 3 victory points. Don't have to worry about. You know what the kind of worst part about that one is? Actually, I'm not a big fan of it. From a review perspective, from like I don't really play this army too much. I don't like no interaction. You as the opponent can't interact with that, like
no,
really at all. So that kind of feels bad. So it's like at least with yours, I could try my best to deny your Fyreslayer specific battle tactics. The Nighthaunt have a bad one too. I don't like it when every grand strategy and battle tactic should, in a weird way, be interactable, but it's hard to write a lot of those, so I get it. The other Disciple of Tzeentch one I really like that I think is easy and is at least interactable with the opponent, but you'd probably never take it over the one I previously mentioned, is Realms of Magic. You have to have 2 endless spells that you control on the table, which is kind of cool because he could take control of enemy endless spells as spell leader. It won't come into play here because unfortunately the Fyreslayers won't be casting any, but his Spell Thief rule is way better than it was before. This army we'll see a lot of similar mechanics that you're used to from the previous Battletome. However, some War Scrolls have had some quality of life changes, and essentially all the errata is now included in the Battletome as well, which is always a nice thing. Enough about these guys over here. How did you deploy your Magmadroths and Little Dwarves?
I have my Rune Smiter, I have my Rune Father, I have my Rune Son, my big blob of 20 Volkites, my little... It's not a blob if it's little, right?
I don't think so.
Just the splash. My splash of 10 Volkites with the Battlesmith, and then the Hearthguard.
The Hearthguard.
Or
you can say Hearthguard.
Hearth. Well, it's Hearth or Hearth.
Hearth.
Depending away from.
I suppose. Yeah, I agree. I agree with both. And this is a full 6x4 map, but we're not playing with this like last foot over here, so it's just no area. So like, boo, down this way if anyone was curious. Okay, but I know you're supposed to cut off 2 here. We're not going to care about that. We're just going to play with it all the same because it shouldn't matter in any way, shape, or form. These are still in the correct spots accordingly. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and start this game. I think I have to do like an army roll first, but I think regardless of that, you're gonna make me. You wanted to go first, or you wanted me to go?
I think I want to go first.
You want priority? All right, let me look at my spells and you can decide, or my allegiance ability first. You have one thing to do. I have to roll my destiny dice up first. So before David there picks priority, I'm gonna roll a 6, 5, 4, 4, 1, 1, 2, 2, and a 3. Excellent. Look at that. Which, as far as I can tell, from a not very experienced Disciples of Tzeentch player, work nearly identical to the way they did before with the added errata. So these are all going to end up to be unmodifiable. However, if it's a battle shock roll or a save roll, they still get modified by the Rend characteristic and the models slain to the roll there. Everything else that it could do is just like unmodifiable though, which is nice. Other than my Destiny dice, you get to pick priority now.
I'm gonna pick it. As in me.
For you. All right, so it'll be Fyreslayer turn 1?
Fyreslayers turn 1.
Alrighty. Let's keep my Destiny dice over here so you guys can see it every turn transition. Turn 1 Fyreslayers, so 2 command points to 3. No victory points, obviously. All right, Sarah, what's the plan for action, battle tactics, and actions?
So battle tactic is against the odds, because, yeah, I
kid.
still have 4 turns to get my grand strategy, but I don't really have any that I can reliably do.
Correct, yeah.
And then I'm going to see if I can get a command point on my Rune Father.
The Big Daddy. There
I
we go.
do.
Boom, and then what rune do you want to... If you want to pop a rune, what rune do you want?
Movement.
That rune of Big Fast. Now, do you have on a 5 it triggers command trait or no?
No.
Okay.
I got told off by Josh for not having that. Okay, it would have mattered.
All I know is that's what everyone runs, in my experience.
I got +1 charge.
That's good too.
18 inches of me +1 charge.
Oh, so 18 for everyone?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay,
Yeah,
not
so.
bad. All right, well, that means...
+2 move.
+2 move to the Fyreslayer units, and then we have a prayer to do. Oh, and if anyone's curious, the forge is right there. It's more than 3 away from all terrain and objectives. What's the prayer looking like on this guy?
Oh, it's going to be runic empowerment, I think, on my Rune Father.
All right, so roll the die and figure it out.
It'll be on a 2.
Yeah, because you're near the forge.
Whoa, that went far.
That's a 6. We're good. So that die was a little wild of a throw, but we got the 6. We have an extra command point on the Rune Father there. I did forget. There's an army. It doesn't change anything here, luckily. There's an army rule called Arcane Armies. The Disciples of Tzeentch have. So after you get your command points, I get to summon one of my 3 unique endless spells if it's in my army list. The Sigil, the Tome, or the Simulacrum. I only brought the Sigil and the Tome this game. I might toy around next time with bringing all 3 of them. I get to automatically cast it. It cannot be unbound, nor can it be dispelled in the first battle round. So I'm going to summon the Icon right away. I'm going to choose the Sigil. I'm going to choose my Lord of Change to cast it. It's not predatory. You set it up wholly within 18, more than an inch away from anything that's relevant. And at the end of every movement phase, it's going to pulsate the Sigil of Tzeentch to every unit within 9 on a 4 up. If you're within 9, you suffer D3 mortal wounds. The first slain model will be turned into a Chaos Spawn, and I don't believe they count as being slain. There's a rule about that in the book there somewhere, because they're not technically slain, they just have a different existence. But it's not predatory, it ends up hanging out there from here on out. It's a good endless spell. This is all about like practice and theory. And we're going to see how this works out. That cannot be dispelled in the first battle round, but it can be dispelled later on. And then technically that's before Davidwhite does his command ability or his heroic action and all of the other things. I'm going to do my action. I'm just going to do leadership on my... I don't know, we'll do the Lord of Change. He was weird. There's not a whole lot of command abilities that demons have access to. So we got one on him. And other than that, we're going to go right on to movement, as there's nothing else to really do in the hero phase. That's what I just did. There was a new addition to the Legion's ability for the Demons of Tzeentch. That is Arcane Armies. All right, we're done movement. Obviously, we have Team Kick, but just advancing, well, not really advancing, just moving simply towards my entire army. They're all faster because of the rune of speed. And then these dwarves back here are just going to wait patiently and watch all the characters table me, I guess is the... What are you going to do? What is this? Is that the fourth wave of attack because they're so slow they're not going to get anywhere afterwards?
Yeah, the idea is that you'll be mostly dead. If there's anyone left, these guys can come and tidy up.
Okay, fine. When do they get the honors to actually go into battle, narratively?
I mean, when they don't have magma drops.
All right, so they're all like, you guys hold. Watch this. I like it. Okay. Respect. Oh, so I did do a redeploy. It was these pink horrors, they redeployed. They were a little bit further. I rolled a 2 with his heroic leadership. Just to close this gap a little bit because it was wide enough for the magma drops. They're like, whoop, over to here. Not cool. Not part of the plan, so we're going to close that up. Tzeentch said, ha, tricked you, for sure. And then nothing ended up within 9 of my sigil. Because apparently Davidwhite doesn't want Chaos Spawn.
I also don't want these mortal wounds on 1 billion units.
That's fair. Okay, fine. Play it your way. I'll keep it over there, though. And that's it. We're on to shooting. You have some 3 throwing axes and magma drop breath attacks. Mm-hmm. Neat. We're going to start the shooting phase off with the Rune Smiter. His axe is not in range. He's about 8.5 inches away from all enemies. About like 8.25. It's an 8-inch charge. Or not. It's 7 with that guy nearby. But he does have his Roaring Fire Stream. What's the plan here?
I'm going to shoot it into some horrors.
Which horrors would you like to shoot into?
Ooh, see, now you've given me a choice.
Yes, you do. You always have a choice.
I did have a choice. I probably should do it all into the same unit. Yeah, we'll do it into the big unit.
Well, okay. Follow-up question.
All right.
They're both the same size.
Okay. Well, I don't know. How do we call it? The 10. Pink. Are they pinker? Is that? Would you describe that as more pink?
Ooh, the more pink horror unit. Okay, I'll leave that one up to the viewers. Which of these 2 units is more pink? That's also a tough one. A follow-up question. Which unit is more pink to you?
I'm doing it to the ones over there, the ones on the right.
Middle.
The ones on my right, on your left, and on the viewers, whichever direction you happen to be.
I believe they're left. Yeah, okay. Camera left kind of thing. Okay, well, them. That is the target. How does this work? So it's 2s to hit. The amount of it's like up to the amount of models in the unit, but it caps out at a certain roll.
It caps at 10.
So that's exactly what we have there.
Yeah.
All right.
So 2s.
Fascinating. 1 miss.
And 3s, and it's -1.
3s, a couple fails. But I'll use a command point on all-out defense there. The musician, they have a 6-up save. The musician increases their save by 1 to a 5-up, and then all-out defense it caps a 5-up though, because they can never get better than a 5-up with stacking save modifiers. But with all-out defense, they stay at a 5-up. They ignore the rend. 6 saving throws. How many 5s do I roll? Hey, look, all-out defense saved 1 little life, so that's 1 damage each.
Yes.
All right, and then that's 4 dead. So we're gonna go ahead and pop 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna put blue horrors in their spot. Voila, we got blue. None of them are within 3. That's it for the shooting attacks on the spider.
Yes.
Runefather next.
Runefather, and same thing, but this one's actually +1 to wound.
Because of the runic empowerment, and then he does have a action.
He does have a throwing axe. Do you want me to do the throwing axe
Yes,
first?
I would love to see the throwing axe first.
Okay, let's do the throwing axe first.
It
misses.
No, okay, well, not surprised. And then we have 10 roaring firestorms.
These are on 2s.
1 miss.
And then these are on 2s now.
Because of the empowerment, the prayer. Yeah, it's all attacks. It didn't matter. There's 1 in there.
There you go.
There we go.
6 again. 6 again.
Nice. These are 5-up saves. Hey, look, it saved another one, so 4 more die. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. The musician will go down. That's okay. That's what we have left. We have 2, the Iridescent and the Banner Bearer left, and then we have to resolve the Roaring Firestorm and Javelin.
And a Javelin, but I'll do the Fire Stream first because it's easier.
So 3 misses. That's why he's the Rune Sun.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's technically the Magma Draw that did it, so.
Yeah, he's not the Rune Daddy.
And 2s fail. 1 fail. Hey, look, 6
again!
I don't know what the point of rolling all these dice are anyways. It's just always the same result. So 5-up save goes to a 6-up because we got a musician. I didn't make a single one, so actually 6 die this time. 1 toss from the javelin before I remove stuff.
Yeah, he's out of range. I would throw it at the guy even if it's -1 to hit, but I'm out of range, so. 4. Oh, hits. 3s. No.
No, nice. We got our blues down now. I didn't really do any finagling with their position. Yet you still have to put the 2 within an inch of the removed model.
He was out of Fire Axe, right?
Yes, he was out of Fire Axe.
It was only the Rune Father that got. Sorry, the Rune Daddy.
The Rune Daddy. Yeah. So that is it for shooting attacks. We're on to charging. Do you want to start here and work our way down?
Sure, that's the direction we'll do it in.
Sure.
Yeah.
And this guy's looking for probably like an 8.
A 10?
10 will definitely do it.
I can pick.
All right, so unfortunately, a little too far away are these screamers, so we're going to charge the pinkies.
Yeah.
But circles work. There's a way circles work.
Yeah, circles work. Sorry, we've been rudely interrupted about circles. I cannot swing my base around because of circles.
Luka wouldn't have called you.
I would.
That's how Luka works.
We're going to go to the Rune Daddy. He's going to declare charge. I want to see like a 7.
I want anything big.
That's 5. Hey, 5 works. Are you thinking about a reroll? Are you thinking about well, it's technically a 6 because of his command trait.
Well, the thing is that if I reroll it, I'm always going to make my charge.
Absolutely.
So
he does have a heroic leadership active, right?
yeah.
You
I'm going to do my reroll.
All right. How
For
about
7
an 8?
for an 8?
Oh, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm just hoping I don't lose my Lord of Change right away. Then the Smiter.
He's not getting his +1 anymore
Oh no.
to charge.
So he needs an 8 on the dice.
He needs a big number.
That's a 7, and you've already used the reroll.
But what about that way?
Oh, 7 works that way for sure. Oh, 7?
Yeah.
Okay, so the 7 unfortunately fails, but this guy could have easily charged before the Rune Daddy, so he would roll an 8. And then we don't even have to move him back. He just stays where he is.
Yeah. Okay.
So 8 will make it either way, either direction.
I think I want to go that way.
This way over here, sure. So you get within, that's exactly there. In fact, yeah, it would have been even harder with the 7 because you do have to wrap around the terrain a little bit. Yeah, you're good there. Nice. Yeah, so we're going to fight first with the Rune Father. There's, it makes the most sense here just to get damage on that Lord of Change. Yeah. We're not really engaged right now, and I can't do anything about it. So you're pretty safe to attack with him later. I meant to all out Unleash Hell over here.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because we're not.
He can't pile in right now.
I can't disappear. I can't do anything weird about it. So I'm hoping. Well, you should be safe to hold on to him for last. I can't do any weird shenanigans with these guys. I could, like, the furthest that this guy could, maybe.
No, because you could.
No,
come
yeah, I
around
could.
here.
Yeah, right.
So
This guy could go that way. You have to go first with him.
Yeah.
But before that, I'm going to Unleash Hell over here. I just kind of forgot about it. 15 of the blues are arranged to throw magical flames. These are 6s because it's all out attack. So it's 1 hit on the first half. The second one is going to do quite a bit more hits, actually. It's 5, 6, 7 hits in total. Then 9 more from the iridescent and the remaining pink. So it'll be another hit. So that's 8 hits in total. And then these are going to wound on 4s. 3 wounding hits. Only 4 ups, eh? It deals 2 damage. 18 wounds remaining. They get an extra pair of wounds from their lodge.
Lofnir.
Lofnir.
So he's down to 16.
Oh, I see. They start with 16, but they
Then
go
up to 18, and you've just taken away his bonuses.
There we go. Boom. So wounded there. I have 1 command point left. He's going to swing around and probably put the attacks into the Lord of Change.
He is.
Most certainly. Do you want to do... I guess you have Monstrous Rampages. Oh, do you want to...
Start the combat phase. I apologize. I have a thing to do. I have to do my Lord of the Lodge. Is it Lord of the Lodge? I believe.
Once per battle.
Okay. Once per battle, I can make every Fyreslayer within 12 inches of me get +1 attack.
Oh, you're going to go for that now, I see.
So I'm doing on him, so all his... The Magmadroth and him are very scary right now.
Is it a command ability?
It is not a command ability,
Just a once
he
per
will
game.
also be doing all that attack.
Okay, gotcha. I'm going to all-out defense my Lord of Change and hope for the best. So melee attacks against demons near a hero are -1 hit for Locust of Change, so that's kind of helping out, but you have all-out attack to counteract this.
Yep.
So you're going back to... Does it normally hit on 2s or 3s?
It's 3s, but it would +1, then -1, so back to 3s.
Back to 3s, and we're starting with the mount to try and bait out my Destiny dice here a little bit.
So we've got the claws.
The claws.
These are on 3s.
All right, so the Locust only helped a little bit so far. And wounding on +1 because of the prayer.
So wounding on 2.
Yeah, I have no negatives to this one. I got a couple of fails.
-1, and they are 2 damage each.
All right, so with all-out defense, I go back to a 4+. So I am going to use 2 rolls here. So I make 1, fail 1. And I have 2 Destiny dice that are 4s. So I'm going to use 1 for that, so I'll roll a 4. And I have another one to roll a 4 on. So I burn 2 of my Destiny dice. So this is not great, but I put my Lord of Change in a dumb spot to get caught by the Rune Father in the first place, so it's kind of getting punished for it, which is okay. One of them does sneak through, so I'll have 12 wounds remaining. And then the Blazing Maw is next.
These are 4s, because again, -1/+1.
So I dodge. Ooh, that's
4.
bad news bears for me.
Bad.
Yeah. 2s to wound.
2s to wound.
I could save face here. 1 fails.
-2 rend on these, and they're D3 damage each.
They're D3 each?
D3.
These ones I'll roll. So these are 5-ups. Let's roll all of them. I failed 2 of them, so 2d3 damage. I'll take the damage there. That's 5. Still better than the Axe King because it's 4 damage. You have the Relic Axe. So 7 wounds left, and then the Relic Axe, which are 5 attacks because of all the bonuses.
3s.
Okay. So 3. I will live no matter what.
And 2s.
Okay.
And they're -2, and they're 4 damage each.
I'm going to roll the first one, 5 up. I fail it. I go down to 2 freaking wounds, and then I have to use my last 2 Destiny dice to auto-pass the next ones. And so that's 1 save, and then another save. Yikes. Bad start for Tzeentch. Because I use 4 Destiny dice, I have to... This guy's got a relic that every 5 up, I add Destiny dice. Ooh, I would have had 3 more Destiny dice. I have to roll them, though, still. So these are going to be a 2, 3, and a 5. Exactly how that works. Every time you use a Destiny die, you get a new die. So I'm going to do one thing here that might save him a little bit more, is I'm going to roll the order these pop up on. And you have to excuse me how it works. So I have to figure out the order these came in, because I would not have rolled the die for that 3rd axe. I would have just used this 5 if I had the 5 at the time. You know, I'm going to go ahead and say scrap it, because there's a way to do it. It's very convoluted. I had to figure out the exact order this all would have worked out in. And it's a shame that I rolled a 5, because it could have helped him out a little bit more, but he's still alive. And there's a tail attack afterwards I have to worry about, and magma blood and everything, but I'm just going to hope it doesn't... because I forgot to do it sequentially, and skip ahead of this part if you want. It's going to be a little boring, but I'm going to explain how it works a little bit. So I had the 2 4s. I had the 4 wounds to save on the Ren 1 attack, and I chose to roll 2. I passed 1, failed 1, and then I took 2 damage, and then I had 2 Destiny dice. So the first Destiny die I used, boom, I rolled a 4, I passed. I should have rolled a 5 up, and then check to see if I got a Destiny die back, then rolled. If I did succeed, I would have added the Destiny die to my pool immediately, and then I used the next 4 to save the second one I did, and then I rolled to see if I get a Destiny die, and I either did or I didn't, and then I would have added a Destiny pool to my die if I did or did not. And then you keep doing that sequentially, 1 die at a time, to figure out how you get or do not get your Destiny dice. In this case, I didn't do it. I don't feel like trying to go back and retroactively figure it out, so I got a 2, 3, 5 of my pool, and he's at 2 wounds. Simple as that. This is kind of where I'm at with my Destiny dice. So I'm going to go ahead and pick something to fight with. I'm going to see if I can do a little bit of damage to the Rune Smiter over here, I guess, because he's already hurt. Maybe I'll get lucky and bracket him. It's not likely, but you never know. I don't want to pile outside of 12 of this guy, so we're just going to do a regular kind of piling. They're Galician veterans, so they actually get a nicer range to their attacks. At least not that the 25 mils matter. All right, so we're going to pile in, and we got many little blue hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 little blue hands, and the pink guys too. 12 attacks in total, just 4s and 4s. There's no negatives to hit you, is there? I don't think so.
No.
Alrighty. You want to use all the defense here?
All out defense.
All out defense. All right, let's go. We got, I'll reroll that die. 4 attacks, because the blues get 1 attack each. The pink does, and the iridescent gets 2, they throw 2 hands. So 4, so that's about half. Not bad. 4, a little bit better then. And, okay, take that. That's 5 wounding hits. Yeah, 5 3-ups. Aha. You take 2 damage.
And then... 4 up, multiple wounds.
It's after everything's resolved. Yeah, this one's a clean roll.
So this one's easy peasy. So take them all wound. 1
entire, so my banner has to die and I get 2 more blues. Didn't quite bracket him because he only suffered 4 wounds. Ooh, I could pull the iridescent. They're all gonna die anyway. I have to survive your attacks all the same, so I'm not gonna bother. So I'll pull you. I know I made a little bit of room there to fit my guys in, so I'm like subtly cheating without people realizing it.
Except for the fact you just told everybody you're doing it.
No one needs to know, dude.
But you are Tzeentch, so it's fine.
Exactly. Perfectly fit. Look at that. You might as well go with the Rune Sun.
The Rune Sun.
He is the Rune baby. All right, what are we doing over here?
We're doing the Javelin first, because then I can get my sadness out of the way.
Fair.
Because it's nowhere near as good as the War Axe. So 4s. Oh.
Not bad.
And 3s. 1 wound, minus 2.
I have a 5 of save, so it goes right through.
D3 damage.
So it's 3 damage so far. And then your claws and everything.
We'll do Blazing Maws. We're just going down the list this time. 4s.
Not as good as the Rune Daddies.
2s.
That's run 2 at least.
Minus 2.
So D3 damage.
D3.
A further 1.
1.
And all the claws.
3s.
Okay. Only half hit. And
3s.
These are all negative 1 to hit.
Minus.
It's all good.
Damage.
Just 2 damage, yeah. It's 6 damage. You rolled pretty badly, so I'm okay with that too. So 4 of them die, and then 2 blues die. Okay, so they're all blue horrors. Now that all the pinks are dead, I start taking the blues away. So the remaining 2 dead blues is be brimstones instead. And I guess I will fight next with. I'll just fight with these guys because it doesn't really matter at this point. All right, they're going to pile in away from that endless spell. It only triggers at the end of the movement phase, but I'd rather not deal with it now. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 attacks because the brimstones throw 2 hands each. These are 4s to hit and 4s to wound. That is going to be 1 wound. 1 4 plus, and you're good.
There you go.
No magma blood for me. And then you get to go with the Rune Smiter. I have to hit with the mouth attack.
No, this is the Latch Axe.
Oh, the Latch Axe. Oh, nice, got a hit.
And then it's 3 wound, and it's no rend, but it's 2 damage.
No Rande. One, so I 6-up save. Nope, we're taking 2 so far. Blazing Maw, 5s to hit because of the Locust. You can reroll that one. It's not fully flat. Get a better chance. Nope. No. Hey, look at that. The 4s mattered. And
Claws.
the claws. 3s normally. Ooh, only 1 miss.
If I had the rune right now that was 6's mortal wounds, 3s,
and okay,
3 at -1, 2 damage.
Okay, so it's dead. That's just an additional 6 damage. That's 8 dead. All right, so now the units are getting kind of chewed up a little bit here. It's kind of what I get for deploying a little bit too far forward. Okay, that should be it. I have to attack back with these units here. I'm going to start with the little lampreys here. They are called Screamers. That's it. There, and then you'll go about there. Well, a little bit further. All right, so 9 attacks from their lamprey bites. They're just simple now. They're 3s to hit, 3s to wound. Rend 1, 1 damage. That's going to be 4 wounding hits at Rend 1. Only a 4-up on the Runefather, eh?
So 4 5-ups.
It takes 3 potential damage. Oh, wait, you don't have any feel no pains or anything like that.
And
so
then 3 on 4 pluses take mortal wounds.
I take
2 mortal wounds.
Ooh. Got 1 wound left on them. Bloop. There we go. I have 15 wounds remaining, and I'm going to go with the Lord of Change here, who is heavily crippled. So because of the volcanic blood, I cannot risk hitting with that staff of Tzeentch. His loadout is rod and staff. 4 attacks to hit on 3s. I'm going to use this to not only miss all of my attacks, but give me chances to get more of these at higher quantity with his relic. No chance to kill myself from the volcanic blood. And on 5-ups, I get 2 of them back, and they're going to be a 6 and a 1 instead. I did forget about monsters rampages. I wasn't going to do any. Oh, I could have yelled at you to do no actions. That's okay. You know what? On a 3-up, okay, well, it doesn't matter. We forgot the monsters rampages. I could have yelled at you to do no actions. You could have Titanic dueled me to get better to hit, to counteract my Locust plus all that attack. But the easiest one we can resolve is the stomp over here.
Okay.
On a 5. So it does stomp, and how much damage is he's got the better one?
He does +3 to it.
D3 plus 3 mortal wounds?
Yeah.
All right, so he's going to do 5.
5.
That will kill, it's going to kill 3, 4, 5. I'll put brimstones back there. Because we still have some of them, and now at the end of the combat, you have your lashing tails.
Yeah, it's lashing tails, so it's automatic here because I can't. There's 6 people or more, so you take D3, so you take 2.
2 more are going to die. I'll just 2 brimstones there. I'll just play them over.
I'll do the rune smiter because this is all the least dramatic, so it's automatic again. So 3.
And 3 more die. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and I'll put the brimstones around there. And then this one you have to roll a 1.
I have to roll a 1 for him and a 3 for them.
Oh, you roll for each unit,
At
eh?
each unit.
Ooh.
So for the Screamers,
Screamers?
we'll do dramatic.
Oh,
Fails.
so they dodge it.
And the Lord Keeper Secrets. D3. This is massive.
Oh, gosh. Oh!
1
Come on. The fact they even took that is insane. Well, that's not good at all, but he's still at good strength for casting like regular spells. Man, I am like so shocked. I'm like, oh no, what do I do? I almost that right there would have been a game I would have lost like off the rip. There's nothing I can do about it. So luckily he's still alive. I can make a game out of it still. And that's it. I guess that's it. There's nothing else to really do, right? I don't take any battle shocks because nothing that died counts as being slain. The only models that count as being slain are brimstones. Yeah. For both the units, and then you didn't. Oh, I got to put 2 brimstones over there, and you didn't lose anything.
And I don't think either of us. Actually, no. You.
So yes, this is your objective here because I don't have your tail end is within 6 of it. I have no models within 6 of it. Even if I put brimstones down, I couldn't have got there. So that's why I kind of threw them over there. I got to put 2 brimstones in over here still. Like even if I put a brimstone there and there, they wouldn't be within 6. So all good there. So put them over there, and then that's your objective. That is your objective over there. That is your objective over there. So you control at least 2 more than me, and you got your battle tactic complete, so that's gonna be 5 victory points for the Fyreslayers turn 1. Overall, like amazing turn 1, very bad for me, not great, but we used your Lord of the Lodge ability, I suppose, so overall he'll be not as effective as he was right there, but there's better runes to pop later on, so I have to worry about those still, which is not great. But we're gonna try and make it work as we go into turn 1 for Tzeentch. All right, my turn 1. These are my Destiny dice I have in the pool here. I do get to re-roll one of them with my command trait on the Lord of Tzeentch, and it's 1-to-1 command point. I'm going to do Heroic Leadership to get it out of the way. He does get it, that's good. And then you're thinking the same thing?
I'm doing the same thing on the Runefather.
Runefather?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so our battle tactic, we're going to try one of the new Tzeentch ones before this guy dies. He's kitted out with the Arcane Tome to do this one specifically. It is a Mass Conjuration. If he casts 3 spells successfully, I get my battle tactic. And he is a Lord of Change, so he should, in theory, be able to pull that off. Attempt to cast, boom, the Tome of Eyes from this guy here. I'm gonna roll a couple of dice here, and well, we get it, barely. The 2 becomes a 3, and it's cast on a 5. Successfully casted. It's got a lot of weird rules to it, but essentially, you place it within 1 inch of the wizard who cast it. They cannot be in a garrison, nor can they join a garrison. When they're slain, this gets removed as well, and it's fixed to the model. So any type of move that this model makes, a normal move, a run move, a retreat, a charge, a consolidate, a pile in, any of those moves, this gets removed and then placed back within 1 inch of him. It cannot be near terrain, other models, or other endless spells. What this gives him is it lets him reroll all casting rolls, and it gives him access to a new spell that you know from this. Pick an enemy unit within 18, 3 up, they suffer D3 mortal wounds, and then every model slain reduces the bravery characteristic of the unit by 1. It's a cool little thing, but mostly there for the rerolls. Spell number 1. Spell number 2. He's so crippled, his Infernal Gateway built-in spell, not so great, but luckily he knows every spell from the Lore of Change in addition to Arcane Bolt and Mystic Shield. Okay, I should clarify, that was technically a 7 rolled. He's got his old command ability, Beacon of Sorcery, was changed to a passive aura he has. Every wizard wholly within 18, including himself, gets +1 to all casting rolls. So that's also neat. Also 1 fate point. I won't be getting any fate points from Davidwhite's Fyreslayers, because obviously that'd be a grudging if I was. So we're going to go ahead and gain 1 fate point there. His command trait is Nexus of Fate. So I'm going to roll a die, and I can change any of my fate dice to that. I will make a 2 into a 4. I'll keep that 1 because you never know when you need it. Bloop. I'm going to cast Bolt of Tzeentch from the Lore Change into the Magmadroth, the Runefather there. Because it's a casting roll of 2 dice, I can't like cheat it in any way. I have to use both of them to use this spell. So with the Mastery of Magic, that actually they become unmodified though. That's the thing. I can't do that. That's right. So I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to keep both those off to the side, put them back in the pool. I'm just going to roll the spell. What I'm trying to do is just use these so I can cycle them into new ones from his, but I'll just take this. So I rolled a 9 because I get +1 to the cast. I could re-roll it, but I'm not going to bother. So D6 mortal wounds to the Magmadroth, and it will be 1. The second spell cast. I'm going to try and do as much damage as I can to him. I'm going to try and get lucky with Tzeentch's Firestorm. I'm going to roll that. That is a 13 to cast, so we're going to get it there. And then I roll 9 dice. For every 6, he suffers D3 mortal wounds. This is a gamble. But that does complete my battle tactic. That's what the Arcane Tome is for. And Kairos has it built in. You can cast 3, so you can use either one of them. I roll 3 6s. That's 3d3 mortal wounds from, I open a tear in reality, and you suffer 7 mortal wounds. I like my dishonorable combat.
No.
No. I'm going to take out Rune Daddy. We're going to try and take out Rune Daddy. That's all I got, though. I can't, he's done casting. That's his 3 spells. So I have the Changecaster, the Blue Scribes, and the Changecaster still. Also, it's 3 fate points. Because they know every spell from the Lore of Change and Tzeentch, the Lore of Change and the Lore of Fate, which is the mortal lore. I'm going to use the Lore. The Lore of Fate stuff is really powerful. In certain regards. We're going to use the first one from the Lore of Fate, called Arcane Suggestion. It's cast on an 8, and you pick an enemy unit nearby, but the Blue Scribes have the Scrolls of Fate, so they cast any spell they want on a 2-up, and it can't be unbound. So we got the 2. So it's cast on an 8, and now I pick this target here, and I pick 1 effect. It is either kneel before me kind of thing. I suggest for him to do something. Either it's hopeless, you cannot issue or receive any commands, drop your weapons, the model or the unit is -1 to hit and wound, or kneel, -1 to your save. I'm going to say it's drop your weapons. I'm going to go -1 to hit and wound until my next hero phase. And then this Changecaster is going to target the Rune Spider with Pink Fire Tzeentch, the built-in spell. What this does now is it just reduces their save by 1. It engulfs them in pink flame that starts to melt away at their armor and their defenses. I believe it's cast on, not that. This is a 7 to cast, but I get +1 because I'm wholly within 18 of my general, so it does go off. That's another fate point, and -1 to his save. 5 fate points, and the last thing is this Changecaster over here, who he knows to bring slain models back to Eden, but none of the Brimstones over here are dead. And none of the Screamers are dead. So all I really have is Arcane Bolt and Mystic Shield. So I think I'm just going to do Arcane Bolt. We got it. Nice. So he's going to store up a bolt. And then after that gloriously long phase, we're going to go right on to movement where we're going to retreat with this Lord of Change. So crippled, they only move 6. And then I put the book back down. I'll put the book right there. Can't be near anything. We're going to try and use that to screen him in any way, shape, or form we can. Even though you can just move over it, but can't land right there, essentially. And then I got to figure, this guy's pretty crippled. He's got a -2 to his save. So I think we're just going to keep hanging out over here and see what that gets us. And we're going to go to movement over here first. So they're going to move up. And we're going to keep them in combat over there. This guy's got an Arcane Bolt, so I'm kind of interested in throwing him into the combat, even though it's a wild decision to make. And then these Screamers are going to fly over here. They have slashing fins. They move 16 inches. Fly over them with their slashing fins and do mortal wounds on 4-ups. I do 1 mortal wound. All right, exactly like that. And then, I gotta figure out what I exactly want to do over here. I hate giving up the -1 to hit over there, but there's not much I can do about it. I think it's better to get the D3 mortal wounds on him with the Arcane Bolt and just deal with it as it is and just hope for the best. So we're gonna go ahead and move over here now. I'm gonna shift up this direction, not do too much with it. And gonna stay in combat with things and hope for the best. We're just gonna, I guess, shift you over there, sure. And we're gonna get to it. We have some shooting attacks. Everything's got little magical flames. You retreated, you can't shoot. We're gonna start here and work our way down the table. We're gonna throw magical flames. We're gonna throw this guy's attacks in there too if I can. So no all-out defense, you only have the 1 command point, it makes sense. We're gonna throw magical flames on 4s. We hit twice and we wound once at rend 1. Because the pink fires is rend 2.
So 6 up?
Yeah. 1 whole damage. The pink horrors are gonna be 33 magical flame attacks. Try an all-out attack on this. We'll see where that gets me. It's not my heroic leadership one. I have to use my regular command point here. First half, forced to hit because of all-out attack. They only hit on 5s normally. Not a great start. And these wound on 4s. So far it's 3 wounds. And attempt number 2. A little bit better looking, but not much. That's a miss. And 5 more wounds. Rend of 1, essentially because of pink flame.
So 5 up.
Oh, that's a good roll.
So 4 wounds.
4 damage. 9 remaining wounds, then we're going to go ahead and fire all their magical flames. Stones are 1, blues are 2, which will be 28. Here's the first half. 5s to hit. 4s to wound. That's 2. 5s to hit. 4s to wound. 3 more. These are all 5-ups. And, ooh, nice. Good. Oh, 3 damage. My little homies here have no shooting attacks, so we're going to go right to the Change Caster into the Runefather. And these are going to be 4s and 4s. Nothing. And over to here, they're going to put all of their magical flames. So 2 per blue, 1 per brim. 31 shots. Here's the first half on 5s. Into the Rune Sun. 4s to wound. We got 1. And 5s. Okay, looks good. I guess average-ish. 2 wounds. And...
both saved.
Ah, nice, no damage. There's no rend there. They only get the weird, like the almost superficial rend from the pig horse. It's good though. -1 saves really good. We are going to go into charges. We are going to charge. We're going to start first with these guys. But I kind of want a high charge because I want it. It's even charge moves. If they charge in and back and in a contact, they can do mortal wounds as well. So I'll start with them, and I'm going to roll. I gotta see what I need. I'm going to use my Destiny dice for that. They're going to need to roll a 7 for every model to overlap him, and then have enough movement to come back and off of his base. So we're going to use the 7 on our Destiny dice, and we're going to use our relic over there to see if we get. They both transition into technically worse dice. I got 2 3s instead of a 3 and a 4. I can't tell if it's because I'm rolling a lot of 5s for the relic, or if that's typically how it would look, but I'm just getting way more Destiny dice than I ever thought I would from that. So with the 7, this guy has, the guys in front of him too, this guy would go over the base just a little bit and then end up back here. Bloop. And then the other, well actually he ends up technically here with the guy beside and the guy beside because he didn't have to go all the way back. I roll 3 dice and every 4 up will be a mortal wound. And it's going to be 1. Entire mortal wound. He's at 6 remaining wounds. He suffered 12. We're going to go with our Change Caster there. I'm going to roll it. I guess I need a 3. Okay, good enough. I'm just going to move that actually over to about here or something. Just so he can get in there. Yeah, just within that ½ inch. And then he has nothing weird to do on the charge. These little lamprey here are going to charge a 10. That's enough to do the same kind of shenanigans. They're just going to end up over here off their base. It's going to end up something like that. And then I'm going to roll to see if I can do any mortal wounds. I deal 1 mortal wound to him as I charge in. 16 wounds remaining. Okay, and then I'm going to attempt 1 more charge over here. I don't know if I love the idea of this charge, but I'm going to go for it. These stupid charge. I'm going to get hit by the tail and take mortal wounds, but I think I want to try it. I'm going to see what they get. I'm going to charge a 7. Yeah, charging like that, keeping them within 3 of them, just for like lookout serve that whatever reason comes up. Okay, well, you get to do your rampages now.
I'd like to do a stomp.
Stomping over here.
Into the
My screamers.
into the screamers on 2+.
It works. It'll
So
do.
it's D3 plus 3.
That's 4.
4.
The 3 wounds each. Yeah. So one's dead and one has 2 wounds remaining. All right. All right. And then we have more. On a 3-up, you can roar with him. Just roll the die see if you get it. You do.
Yeah,
So who do you want to roar
roaring
at?
at the change caster, because whichever screamer unit I roar at, you'll put everything on the other one.
Exactly. Yeah. So he roared, and I don't think he can do anything because there's no Titanic duel. There's nothing to smash. So probably pretty good there. So now we're going to go on the fight phase where I'm going to unleash the Arcane Bolt and deal 2 mortal wounds. Okay, so we did 1 more than what it done. He's got 4 remaining wounds on him. And does the Lord of the Lodge ability last for just that turn? Or is it until the end of that phase? Okay, so he's kind of a little exerted. This guy's kind of hurt. That guy's got 4 wounds left. He's suffered 14. I'm sure the Magmadroth is kind of hurt. And this is all just scuffed up here. So I'm actually going to go first over here with one of the Lamprey units. And I'm going to use my leadership to all-out attack them and see what I can do here. Would you like to all-out defense?
I will use my command point to all out
All right,
defense.
I'll just do it on the full health squad, I guess. It doesn't matter too much. 2s to hit. That's kind of what I get. Look at that, 5 ones. And I wound 2 times. Rend of 1, so it just counteracts the all-out defense. Oh, sure, look at that. We all just scuff our rolls all around, so you got 2 wounds remaining. I was hoping to do about 2 damage, so in the end it's okay, I guess. And then I might take a little bit of magma back. Makes sense to go with the Rune Father, because you don't want, if you don't, then I have a couple other
And which
These are the ones who attack, so we'll get to do mortal wounds back. Maybe mortal wounds.
so one mortal wound on that.
All right, so we got 2 wounds left on that squad over there. What's the plan here with the desperate defense?
So the big axe is going into the one that hasn't fought. The blazing maw. Actually, I was just saying that the blazing maw could go into the one that's already fought. It's already fought. The blazing maw is also going into the ones that haven't fought.
Gotcha.
And then the claws will go into
My change caster.
change caster.
Want to start with?
Well, we'll see if we can get rid of the change caster.
All right, so he's got his claws. He's suffered 16 wounds, so he's at he's at weakest possible state.
Yep, he has 3 attacks with his claws now. 3s and 3s.
There should be 4s because of the -1 to hit, but you're still good.
So I can't kill him.
True, he's gonna live. Yeah.
And I am runic empowered, so +1 to wound.
Correct. Yeah. Rend of 1.
Rend of 1, 2 damage.
6 is. I don't want to use Destiny dice here. He's got 1 wound left. As the movement and roaring firestorm are hurt, but nothing else is really hurt. So the blazing maw.
Blazing maw into the screamers.
On 5s. Oh,
Nope.
that's a bad roll around. Okay. And then the latch key axe. These are probably 4s with the negative.
Yes.
It mattered for 2 of them.
2.
And then 2s to wound because I don't stop that.
So
Peril
2 at
wounds.
-2, 4 damage each.
That's 8 damage. That's going to be, boop, so 7 damage left. Boop, 4 damage left. Boop, dead. Debating on having that unit fall back and attack with the 1 unit to do the mortal wounds, but I wasn't too sure what the math was like on that one. So, but that does mean I'm free to attack somewhere else and try to do a potentially more damage with these little homies over here, I suspect. It'll be 25 attacks all together. First half, 4s to hit, 4s to wound. So far 2. And 4s to hit with the second half. And 4s to wound. Not bad, another 4. And saving.
On 5s.
5s. Good roll. Only 3 damage. That's average. 3 remaining wounds. The magma blood into this unit.
4 ups.
Oh, wow, we dodge it. Nice. Good job, little devilish dudes. He'll fight into the pinks. He's currently -1 to hit and with technically -2 to hit, but you only take the -1 and wound.
So claws are 4s and 3s.
Boop. 4. So one hit and that's the
minus,
6
-1 and 2 damage.
-1. So I go to a 6-up save because I got the musician. That's because I didn't do any mystic shields. I fail. And 2 damage?
Yep.
Well, that's going to make, some blues up there. Be smart. 2 damage. I'll figure it out afterwards. And the
Maw is on 5s.
5s, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
2 hits, and these are 4s to wound because it's -1 to wound as well. He dropped his weapons.
Then they're -3. They're on 3. They're 2 to wound normally.
Oh, 2's my bad. Okay, yeah.
So
Ooh.
1 wound -2 D3 damage.
So no save there, so D3 extra damage. It'll be 3, so we're at 5. And then
The latch axe, not the latch key axe. Don't mix those up.
Both
hit. It's 3s -1, so 4s to wound.
4s to wound, okay.
No rend.
Oh, good
Okay.
roll. 2 more of them, so 5 ups there, and I'll make both. I forgot about the stupid banner on a 3-up. It gives me a fate point. It's not going to matter, but I just don't want to get the commenters yelling at me, so I'm at 6. Sorry, guys. We got a mess of blue horrors in there now. So he's attacked. I might as well go over here. I'll try out the little lamprey bites because they're probably the most, before they die kind of thing. 6 attacks, trees, and trees. That is 3 at Ren 1. These used to be monster hunters. Now they're just kind of generally good against everything.
5s.
Well, I don't know if it's good or not, but 1 to hold damage. So a Volcanic Blood back. 1/4 up over there.
No.
Okay, nope. We're gonna fight with the Rune Sun now. We're gonna remember that he's a bounty hunter. This unit would be a lot lower. He did 5 mortal wounds with stomps the previous turn, and he killed 6 with flaming breath attacks. So he killed about 11 with that. I can't remember how many he killed with the regular attacks, but we can easily double check that after this. We'll just quickly resolve this, remembering that every damage he deals is an additional 1 against the Galician veterans here, because they're technically Galician veterans. But -1 to hit. No negatives to hit, because I abandoned them, so this is even scarier.
The javelin, so 4s.
Okay, 1 hit. That's a good old javelin. Yep.
Yep.
Well, even if that was the runic axe, what is that?
The runic axe is 5 attacks.
Okay,
and 2 damage each, and 3s and 3s.
I see. Okay, fair. But it doesn't get thrown.
It doesn't get thrown. No, you're right. The Maw, this is on 4s as well.
4s. Okay, we got a hit.
And 2s. Okay.
Rend of 2.
-2, so, and it's D3 plus 1.
So it would be D3 plus 1, yeah. So it's going to be 2 damage. The claw attacks. He's only suffered 3 wounds, so he should be okay.
Yeah, he starts at 6. These are 3s and 3s. Okay,
oh, that's a good start.
There you go.
Oh, I wish I had the negative to hit there. That was
and
rough.
3s.
Rough to see all those 3s. Oof. 5 saves at Ren 1. There's 4 saves at Ren 1. 6 is, I make 2 of them. They're 3 damage each now.
So 6.
So 6. That's a total of 8. This went back to double check the clip. It's kind of funny. It's only 3 more would have died from the bounty hunters there. So I'm just going to pull them now because it doesn't change anything. But that was also when I forgot the negative on the hit from the Locust. But it was just we rolled so poorly for him that we felt bad for him. So I'm going to pull the 3 now from the last time I owe you. Then I also owe you 8 more.
Which is the rest of the blues.
Oh, so it is. Nice. So there's only Brimstones left. Not bad, not bad. Oh, so that's his attacks. It doesn't really matter where I go to fight with next. I'll go with my little Brimstones now. I just want to make sure I get them onto the objective. Technically getting a little bit closer there. Let's get it. Let's get in there, lads. We're not really getting more attacks than that, though. And then we're just going to go, we're little, But now they start getting slain. But I can also bring D6 in the back every turn, too, which is kind of cool. 9 of them attacking on 4s and 4s. This is the first half. That's 2 wounding hits into 2, 3. So 5 wounds in total. A little grind over here.
Fort saves?
I do.
Oh.
4. Ooh, he's got 11 wounds left and might take some blood back. 2. 2. All right. Well, guess I'll just take 2. Now that's 2 for their bravery. I actually got to remember that. I'm just going to leave them over here because those are actually slain. And then over to, you have no more fights, so I have a couple fights to resolve. I'm going to go with my blues and my pinks over here. 12 attacks. 4s to hit. Didn't roll that one. 4s to wound. That's going to be 3. 3 5-ups. It does 1 damage. On a 4-up, do I bleed?
Yep.
Pink back there will die from the blood, and he'll have 2 remaining wounds. The only thing I have to fight left with is this Changecaster, who could easily kill himself dying, trying to take out this Runefather. If he hits with a staff, it's on a 4. He does. We'll use a Destiny die to make it wound. On a 5-up, I get another one. I think I'm just rolling really well with that. It's a 4 now. 1, 1 4 because of all the defense.
Nope.
D3 damage -1. 1 damage. Do you bleed on me? Do you bleed?
Yeah.
Oh, he dies. He gets to attack with his Ritual Dagger first, though. 2 attacks on 4s. 1 hits. I'm going to use my new Miracle Die to make a wound. And on a 5-up, I get it back. And it's going to be a 4. Heck yeah. So you have a 3-up save here. Oh, nice. 1 remaining wound, and my Changecaster goes down. I don't think anything weird happens to him when he dies. At the end of the combat phase, we got Lashing Tails.
So we'll start the Rune Smiter. So it's automatic on these 2 units. So unit bigger pink and blues, D3.
3, and then over here,
Brims,
2. So 3 over here die. So that's all the pinks. I'll probably keep the banner, I guess, and lose the Iridescent. So pretty much all the pinks are dead, except for the Banner Bear for potential fate points, and then a couple Brimstones on this unit over here. Then we have a tail on the Runefather on a 3 or less. Oh, it hits D3 mortal wounds. It does 1, so this little Screamer's at 1 remaining wound, if I can get there. Come on, there we go. And then the Rune Sun.
On this, we'll roll for the Screamers.
On 1 or 2. They dodge it. And then the pinks, they suffer D3. 3. All right, not bad. So that's total of 7. 5 of them dead. All right, so on to Bravery. I did actually have 5 models slain. The Bravery 10 were good on them. I guess I wouldn't have cared about a Destiny die. And then I don't think I have to roll anywhere else. You don't have to roll anywhere else. Scoring on my turn. I got my Battle Tactic because he bombed out 3 spells. I control 1 objective, 2 objectives, 3 objectives, more than the enemy, so I also gain 5 victory points this turn. Well, this has only been the first battle round, I would like to remind everybody. So it's already very complex and has had a lot happen. I was worried about the Lord of Change going down and it being like a nothing game, but enough has already happened that I'm okay with whatever happens here. I'm in a great position if I get a double turn because I could probably put down at least 2 of the Magmadroths and sit happy on the objectives. But that would be, I'd feel kind of bad if that worked out that way because I'm just sitting there shooting and doing magic, and that's not my typical way of playing. Priority though, a 3. And you get to pick.
I will take it.
That makes sense. All right, this is it. Turn 2, 3 to 2 command points, 5 to 5 victory points, and these are my current standing Destiny dice. I've used a bunch, but I've gotten lucky with my cloak, and I still have 6. What's the battle tactic?
An honorable death, and I'm picking my Rune Father. So if my Rune Father manages to kill a single model this turn and also dies, I get it.
Okay, fair. Absolutely fair. And then what's your action? What are you thinking?
Oh, I need to roll for my rune. I'm going
yes.
+1 attack.
Yes.
And
I can't remember the name of it, but +1 attack.
Rune of Fury.
It's all melee weapons, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, Rune of Fury.
And then on 6, I'll get the thing.
Okay, good. You know what? I was gonna make a little bit of fun if you get another 5.
Yeah. So I think that with then my heroic action is going to have to be. So I can either make him get the +1 to hit from the Rune of Fury. This is a special Fyreslayer heroic action.
Correct. Yep.
Or I could do the Last Stand.
Oh, Finest Hour. Yeah.
+1 to wound. So I think I'm probably going to go with +1 to hit because you have minuses.
So he gets to benefit from the second effect of the enhanced effect of the rune. Is that automatic, I assume?
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha. Is that like once per game, per rune, or is it just...
Once per hero.
I see, so he's going to choose to do that now for him. Understood. Yeah. My heroic action is going to be Recovery on the Lord of Change. I pass. He's going to heal 2 wounds. He's at 3. It's a slow grind to get back up there, guys. All right, so we have to do the prayer now.
He's going on Runic Empowerment with his 18-inch range because of the key.
Oh, so it's built-in one over there.
Yeah.
Yep. And, yep, good. So that's
he's +1 to wound.
+1 to wound over there. Gotcha. Understood. Because the other prayers only affect him over here because the range is not increased. So because he's gonna fight first. This guy's probably dead. Is what the assumption there is. Yeah. So make him stronger before he goes down. That should be it for the hero phase.
Yes, it should be.
All right, so on to movement. This stuff isn't really moving because I'm host duplicitous. I actually forgot to explain it earlier. It won't matter here. But if you're engaged with a unit of 10 or more models, you cannot retreat. Not that you'd want to. This guy could still retreat, but I doubt you want to do that.
No.
So we're going to move all the dwarfs over here, and we're going to show you where they end up with their little piddly feet, little tiny legs. All right, so everything ran. The Hearthguard ran a 6, just naturally. The banner rolled a 5, and the other one's actually wasn't.
It rolled a 4.
4s and everything. All right, so
this rolled a 1.
Oh, nice. So you're just completely ignoring this side because of that endless spell, even though you could completely dispel it.
I need my hero. I need my actions for other things.
All right, fair. All right, that's mine over there. All right then. That is gonna. None of my stuff is predatory, so it just stings. That thing just pulsates a 9-inch aura of die. Because if they start going that way, I start making spawn randomly if that thing sticks around. It's cool in the spell. That's it for movement. We're on to shooting. These guys are all eligible to shoot still. The Roaring Firestorm has 3 attacks now because I got 3 of my little lamprey in there. He's hurt, so he's hitting on 5s here. So we do. Oh, I've got 2 hits. Not bad. Probably 3s to wound, I assume. Or a wound. Rend of 1.
Rend of 1. Yes.
Yeah, because it wasn't boosted up. So 6 up save. I'm not going to use my 6 on that, so I'm just going to roll it. That's 1 damage. And then we have a throwing axe. Throwing axe. Hits. 5 and wound and 5. Nope. So that means that guy dies because he's got a bloop, 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 bloop. And then we'll have 2 wounds left on this guy. Here we got a Roaring Firestream. It'll be 6 attacks. Or is it 10?
It'll be 10. It's whatever the number of models up to cap of 10. It'll do it into the more injured one.
Hitting on, I assume 5s because he's hurt.
5s.
He suffered his wound characteristic. 4 hits, 3s to wound. Oh, he has 2s to wound. 4s to wound, I guess, but it doesn't matter. Got a 5 there. Rend of 1, 6 up save. Or no save, actually, because they only have a 6 up save. So it's going to pop a blue, and we'll get a brimstone. And an axe into the same unit. That is a hit. And,
Nope.
All right. And then we have 1 more little boy. Axe, Javelin, and Firestream. Very fancy.
So he's going to do the Firestream into the Brimstones first.
Okay, so 10 attacks. I don't know if
there is 10, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely 10, yeah.
He is on. I'll just check what.
Oh, threes. Ooh. So half hit, no negatives to wound, and that just kills. So are they threes?
The threes.
So 3 die. All right, but I gotta remember.
2
that.
die. That's
Oh,
a
you rolled
1 and 1 and a 2.
Oh, 2 die. Jeez. Okay. 1, 2. I'll just keep them over here for morale purposes, I suppose.
Screamers.
Oh, Spear and Axe and Screamers got you.
So spear.
Hit.
Oh, are you a monster?
No.
You're not. Oh, that's a shame. That's a wound.
What's the rent?
-2, and it's D3 damage.
I'll roll the damage if I get no save. 2.
2.
All right, that finishes off this little guy. And the axe, of course. Nope.
No.
So for these guys here, if anyone's curious why the tunnel was used, they rolled a 1 on their advance roll, and they would have had to take another turn to get to the tunnel. So they opted to come this way instead, just for anyone pointing that out. And you forget the tunnel, just dwarves are very slow. Yeah, the big sad over here is he doesn't have the pile-in capability. We would love to fight first here and get some damage in on the Lord of Change, but a 3-inch pile-in gets his base to here, and he won't have the reach to get the Lord of Change. Now, he's already killed a model, as for an honorable death for the battle tactic. Now he has to die, but he can't get the attacks in over here, unfortunately. So the best bet is to not attack with him and let them take him out with the 1 wound he has left. Because if he attacks them, surely they're probably going to die. So then he would lose the battle tactic, but live. So we're going to fight with our Rune Smiter, who is still a -1 hit, wound, and save. He dropped weapons, and he's on pink fire.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pick the more injured unit.
That would be these guys over here.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything into them?
Yep.
Okie dokie.
The blazing maw, 5s, 1
1 hit,
and 3s,
because it's 2s normally.
and
D3.
-2 rend. So
Yeah,
D3
no save
damage.
there. It'll be
So
3.
three.
Let's go put a little 3 over here. Bloop.
The claws,
Should be 1 hit.
1 hit, and 4s. Nope.
All right.
And the latch axe, 1 hit. No rend, but when you're gone, 4s.
All right, so we take 3 damage from him, which means we lose 3 brimstones, or blues, and get 3 brimstones there. And we're placing them as they split and split again. There we go. Well, he's attacked. I would like to fight over here. Before we do that, we have stomps, though. I don't
Stomp.
30 plus, he's the good stompy.
He's gonna stomp on the lamp on the.
No, I love him. He does. He's dead. He takes his full boop. Roaring at them means all out attacking them is a better bet for me. So
Yeah. So roar.
I'll let you reroll that. My brimstone's caught that die. A 3. 8.
No.
Oh, okay, no roar. All right, and then there's no point in rampaging over here. There's no real good target. So I'm just gonna fight. I'm still gonna fight over here with my brims. Get a little bit closer. Get a little bit more fighting going. There'll be 21 attacks. They have no champion, so they can't order themselves. There's all of the attacks. And the wound rolls. We got 3. And I do 2. And then roll me 2 dice on 4-ups. I take mortal wounds. I take 1. That's 3 dead. And he's at 9, eh? Oh, we're getting there.
It's on a rock and it keeps moving.
You put it off to the side there if you want. Yes, easy.
There's
There
a
we go.
tiny lump on my base.
So all of the attacks back.
4s, javelin time.
Ooh.
2 hits, 3s.
Yeah, no negatives here.
1 wound, -2, D3 damage.
D3 plus 1.
True, you are those.
2! All right, so that's 2 dead so far. Let's go. You and you are dead. And then we have the other attacks.
The maw,
We got
2?
2 hits. Nice. So this is going to be bad. And 2s.
2s,
All right.
-2, D3 plus D3
Plus
each
2,
plus
yeah.
2. So
It's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. All right. That's 3, 4, 5. Oh, looking bad.
and the last, the claws,
All right. We got 2 hits.
and 3s,
And that's
-1
3 damage?
and 3 damage.
I got 2 of them left. Fascinating.
They count.
Okay, that's not bad. They are going to be running. Even with a 1 on the battle shock, they're going to run. So 13 died. So that would be a 14. They'd be 4 over bravery. They'd be running away. So we'll get to see on the new rule for the host duplicitous, though, is on a 4-up. The first unit once per game that dies comes back with 5 models. I think. Let me double check that, because that means one of my other guys would have died, but it might just be pinks. It is the horror units of Tzeentch only. So if they die on a 4-up once per battle, I gain a unit of 5 back. They summon somewhere. I think they're probably near a hero, but that would be helpful. Well, with those 2, they've already attacked. I'm going to go ahead and fight over here with the blue horrors, I guess, and the pink. No, let's do the brimstones, because I don't want to lose that banner yet. And if I attack, I'll take the mortal wound, and he'll have to die. So let's go brimmies. And they're all pretty much where I'd want them, I suppose. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. We got quite a bit of them in combat. It'd be 34 attacks. I guess I'll all-out attack. First 17. These are 3s to hit now. 4s to wound. Let's do this for me. That's 6 saves. Fire is still active, so he dies. So how many wounds has he got left? 2?
2 wounds.
Yeah, so two 4-ups.
He does do 2.
Does the last 2 on his way out, and we're gonna lose. I guess we'll lose those guys, and put a pair of brimmies with them. Hello, little hot boys. All right, we got a magma draw sized hole there. Okay, that's that, and then you get to pick something to fight with. Haha. This is where it gets really bad for the for Davidwhite, because if he kills these 2 screamers, he won't die this turn, thus losing the battle tactic and thus losing the grand strategy for the Fyreslayers. Not great. Not great.
I wanted to pick the fun grand strategy, not the easy one.
I'm sorry. I'm Tzeentch things. Just don't kill them. You might whiff. You could whiff. You are -1 to hit. You're also +1 to hit. So back to your regular hitting, and just start with the axe and get it over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's 5 attacks.
Oh, jeez. Why is there so many attacks? Why are you gonna roll so well? Oh no.
A +1. No, not +1 to wound it anymore. 'Cause
Nah.
I didn't get. Did I get the spell? The prayer?
You did.
Oh, okay. So 2s.
All
Right.
No save, so they're dead.
Yep.
He's too stubborn to go down. I guess that's it. So those guys die to morale. They're gonna run away automatically. Bloop. They discorporate. Now I have to roll on a 4-up. I do not get the host duplicitous rule. That's once per game. Now it's done. I don't have to worry about that. It would have been cool to have 5 more pinks, but now I have to. I would like to figure out how to get that back. Okay, well, scoring-wise, the battle tactic does miss. And I think I still control this technically, but that's yours now. So you get 2 victory points for holding 2 objectives, but not more than Tzeentch. But you know what, before anyone tunes out, in the interest of the game, I'm okay to say it was this guy that you would have picked, because that would have made way more sense.
Well, because we hadn't actually checked all of the. Because I thought I could swing round.
Right, exactly.
And I would have put everything into the Lord of Change, and then they would have killed me, kind of thing.
And yeah, because like we were assuming that he could. Well, the assumption was he'd be in range to hit him, but he would be about an inch away. So this guy would have made way more sense to pick, because the way the battle tactic works is pick one of your heroes. They must kill 1 model with an attack. The Roaring Firestorm is good enough to do it, which I believe it worked to kill them.
And he killed a guy with the with his other stuff as well. So
right. And yeah, the attacks.
Yeah.
So then he died. So that would complete the battle tactic. There's no way I could have stopped that, because he would have had the Roaring Firestorm, and I would have had to attack him at some point, and I wanted him dead. So it makes more sense to pick him for it. The only thing, in hindsight, picking him makes way more sense. I would have attacked with the Lamprey first, before attacking him.
that's right. Do those attacks. Yeah.
Then I'll do that at least. This is all in the interest of keeping the game going, because that means Davidwhite loses 5 victory points, and that is an unrecoverable amount of victory points to lose.
Yeah,
I would.
It would be GG here if I did get that, because like we're pretty much even for objectives.
Yes.
So we would be getting the same, but you'd be getting your battle tactics, and you will always get your grand strategy now.
Yeah, the grand strategy is way too powerful for these guys, I think. I'm just trying to show off the stuff essentially. So they hit on 3s. There's 2 of them, so they have 6 attacks, and they wound on 3s. 2 and Ren 1. So 5-up saves here, and he does go down.
So you wouldn't have.
But 2 bloods, or 1 blood actually. He's only got 1 wound on a 4-up. Well, he didn't make either. Okay, well that just means there's those 2 Lamprey there, and that's essentially it. Okay, well that is still the score. The score is better now. You get 4 victory points because you got the battle tactic done. Now you have to get 3 more Fyreslayer battle tactics.
Yes.
To get the grand strategy.
Which is actually a lot more doable than you think, because now these guys get to play the game.
Yes, exactly. Now they're in the game, and they have to worry about them. But it will be my turn next. And funny enough, he's not really in range to do too many spells. So won't be getting great effect out of him this turn. So we are going to go to turn 2 for me. 9 victory points to my 5. I gain a command point. Unfortunately, the Fyreslayer General is down, so no command point for them. And these are my Destiny dice available. So we're going to go ahead and re-roll. I'm going to roll a die. I get to change one of my Destiny dice to that roll, a 4, eh? I guess I'll make a 3 into a 4. There we go. That'll go there, and then this is back to there. Heroic action is going to be recovery on the Lord. Dang, we fail it. We went to try a recovery over here.
8.
You pass.
I get 1 though because it's the same, right?
They changed that. It's just D3. It's always D3.
It's always
now.
D3.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
You get 2. Nice. So 11. I'm going to go for a Desecrate Their Lands right now, while I can with this one, because that part and back is within the territory. So I have to try and control it over the dwarves. They're bounty hunters, but they're expert conquerors. These are all expert conquerors. I have to do it while not getting within 9 inches of them. I'm going to go Desecrate Their Lands. I'm not going to worry about a redeploy too much. If I just like slam my guys up there, I'll have more than enough models on it, because these are both expert conquerors. They're expert conquerors, and all that fun stuff. Start with the blue Scribes. They're going to cast Arcane Suggestion on a 2-up. They do. -1 to hit wound for that unit of Berserkers. 3-up because I got a banner, I got a fate point. Nope, I don't. So I just got 1 from the blue Scribes there. Our Herald here. He's going to go to the Lord of Change. He's going to cast Mystic Shield on himself. We got it with a 9 because he gets +1 to all casting. His second spell is going to be Arcane Bolt, probably, just to store it up in case anything gets too close. Oh, he actually perils on a natural 1. Oh, I get to reroll because I got the Endless Spell. Bless. Okay, so he's got an Arcane Bolt. Sorry, that lets me reroll all casting rolls. And then the next one, attempt to fold reality. He got it, and then on a 2-up, Tzeentch, why? They're dead. Bloop. Fold to reality is you pick a unit. On a 2-up, you add that many models back to slain models back to the unit. On a 1, the unit is destroyed. I just wanted a Tzeentch team in there. I needed them because they were going to go back here. I need a second to contemplate in my mind how much that sucked. Okay, so these guys are going to sit back here, and they were just going to bomb over to that objective once you abandon it with the rune set. They were going to be the ones that made it so you had to keep something back there. And now they're dead, and I lost that threat forever, and possibly the game. Suppose I could just summon more. Okay, so it's not all is lost, but that means I have to keep him back here or something. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, we have 9 fate points. This is the last thing to cast something. I'm going to cast the Mystic Shield. Waha! We got it, so it'll hit them. They're wholly within 12 still, and those get +1 to their save, so they have a 5-up. Ooh. I cast Mystic Shield on him, didn't I? It was kind of a pointless one. Then he would cast Pink Fire on them, I guess, with the same roll. Might as well cast Pink Fire on them. I rolled a 6. I think that fails, so I'm going to use this once per game ability to re-roll it and add 3 to it. There you go, sure. Boom, look at that. They have Pink Fire on them now. -1 to their save. And then we're at 10 fate points. Nito Burrito. We're done casting, so we're going to go on to movement. And yeah, I'm just going to move all of these horrors and show you where they end up. So that was a great at the double. I was, not at the double, redeploy. I was hoping you only roll like a 2 or a 3 there. That means these guys have to at the double to get the model count up there, but I should be able to still accomplish that with an 11-inch move on them because I got tiny bases. So that means you said 11 dudes on it?
No, so it's unit 20, 15 are within 3 inches of it.
So 15. So all that, we can, instead of, that would be 45 models worth because they're expert conquerors as well. I have 6 on it from this unit that are expert conquerors, so that means, though I just subtracted from your 15, I have to get 9 plus some near it from this unit.
You have to get 11 because this is 5, so you need 2 to get 6 so you have 1 more.
Yeah, because that should be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish guys, yeah. I was debating on not running and doing the shooting attacks, but realistically, the shooting attacks don't actually do a lot of damage here. So I'm just going to, I don't even have to add the double, I'm just going to run them, an extra 3. Just to get, because without running, I just needed 1 more model on the objective to take it. So you'd go up there, staying about 3 there, I'll make sure for sure, and then those guys too. Okay, get them all there and staying outside of 3 of the Hearthguard Berserkers. That will take the objective for me there, and then I'm going to go ahead and run a couple of these other guys. The blue Scribe's going to run, an extra, float, wee, just to get them up there. And we're going to at the double this guy for a command point because it's the end of the battle round anyways. Then, after everything moves, Lord of Change will move this direction 8 inches. His little book will resummon over here. And then we're going to go on to the end of the movement phase. We're going to summon 3 Screamers around here. So we got the Screamers summoned back here. We got 1 model near the objective, but that doesn't really matter too much. But they're in a position that they at the double. With a 16-inch move, they go to 22 inches, they can steal that objective. But they'll be near the pulsating sigil, but that's okay. They got summoned. Okay, we're on to shooting, but the only shooting I have are we'll do the Rod of Sorcery, I suppose.
Who are you?
Probably the Hearthguard Berserkers. 2d6 shots, it'd be 11.
Defense.
Yeah, I'm going to all-out defense, that makes sense. I'm going to all-out attack, sorry I didn't say that. We're not doing anything else with the command points this turn, so here we are hitting on 2s. Only mattered for 2 of them. And 3s. And that is going to be 4 saves at rend 2, 7 saves at rend 2. These are the pink flames. Yeah, they'll have a 6-up save.
7?
Yeah, 7 of them. And then they'll have a 4 board afterwards because they're near a character. You made 2? not bad. And then the 4-up, because they're protecting characters and they are not meant to die, honor dictates they live.
Oh.
Well, I kills 1.
Kills 1.
1 Hearthguard dies.
And there's a wound on that.
Put a wound on that guy. And then the only other thing I have to shoot with, that unit there didn't run, so we'll fire with them. I'd like to fire over there, but I don't. It's a little too difficult to see over the hill. All of my own models blocking my M6, so we're just going to fire into the Volkite. 22 shots. 5s to hit. 4s to wound. We got 2. Save the Volkite. Have 5s, I guess?
5 ups.
I do.
And a 6-up ward save from the banner.
Oh, nice. No,
so
one entire damage. Nice. That's it. We're done. Boom. We got our battle tactic complete. There's no morale to do, no battle shocks, and I control 2 of the objectives, so only 4 victory points for me on this battle round as well. We got the all-important priority roll. I'm going to roll a tree.
Please, please.
A tree. Yeah, you get to dictate it. That makes sense. And then I have to choose a proving ground now. This is the only time it'll really matter. I want to say... They're not battle line in this one, are they?
Yes. Because my general was a...
I see. Okay, so they are Galician veterans.
Sword Conquerors.
Right. That guy's too far away to really snag this one. Because that guy could all out at the double run and take this, so I'll say this is a proving ground. Only Galician veterans can take this. He's battle line, but he's mounted, so he can't. So no one can take that right there. Turn 3 for the Fyreslayers. I should probably put our command points in. I'll get 3 because my general's alive, and the Fyreslayers only gain 1 because the Rune Father went down. What's the battle tactic?
Settle a Grudge, and it's the units, which is this unit of Brims here, that killed the Rune Smiter.
Absolutely, they did that. And then, do you know what you want to do for heroic action?
Yes, I'd like to heroic recovery.
Attempt that. So while you get the dice, I'm going to do recovery on my guy. He's going to heal 3 wounds. He's at 6. Okay, that makes up for missing out last turn on it. And then your guy will attempt, and he fails. Okay, so he's a little hurt.
He's doing his once per battle. Everyone within 12 inches has a 5-up ward.
How long does that last?
Until the start.
Okay, it's like a whole cycle?
Yeah, whole cycle.
Okay. Until your next hero phase. Nice.
Yeah.
And that's a wholly within 12 aura as well, so you just get into a good position with that. All right, so that's that is hero phase done. Okay.
Yep.
Move all the doors over here, and we'll show you where they end up. I forgot to show off pick a rune, and we'll go ahead and let Davidwhite do that still. We have everything moved, nothing really. They ran continuously forward, and the big one was this guy ran a 5, and he chose to go up and around this way, because if he went that path, he would have got tagged by the end of the spell. Can't take the objective because only Galician veterans can contest it now, and it's under my color, so it can only be, it's mine till the start of turn 4, essentially. So I'll still have them the freedom to go over there, and on my turn, hold these 2 objectives for extra points. And then we'll figure out what to do with the Lord of Change after that. The rune of choice will be the Searing Heat rune.
If I get a 6, I do not think it will make any difference. Of course I do, because you have to be within 3 inches of me, and you will take mortal wounds.
I see. Okay. So it's just like, what is the base effect?
On a 6 to hit, I do a mortal wound in addition.
Gotcha. That'll help. That'll help a lot, actually. I have a lot of throwing axes.
So 9 axes there, and then 20 axes there.
All right. Easy enough. These are axes 4s and 4s normally?
Yeah.
Okay, so 5s and 5s then? That's a lot of 1s. And 1. Save. Fail. We'll kill a blue. We're going to put a pink there.
Yep, a pink.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Brimstone. Dang. And then the 20 axes over here.
So in units of 10?
These are 4s now, yeah. There's no negatives on them. And 4s. That's going to 3 of them. All right. And that's just 1 save, so 2 die. And the other 10.
Same deal.
That's a good roll.
I wish.
Actually, 1 miss. And then let's see if we get some 6s on the Rune of Searing Heat here. Oh, nice, excellent.
3.
So that's 3, and then
1. Well, I mean it's 4 wounds, and there's 3 more wounds in addition.
So I take 6 die. Oof. And these are all from morale as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Not bad. Okay, pretty good. Charges. Aha.
They're in.
Ah, welcome.
And the Hearthguard.
Oh, they're very in. They charge in, slam, and then the Hearthguard Berserkers come in as well. Not looking good for Tzeentch, but we'll try and figure it out. Those guys are assuredly dead. Yeah. And we're going to go ahead and fight. They're going to fight first with all out attack.
And there is only, because they're Galician veterans, so they can fight with an extra person, basically.
They fight in 2 ranks, essentially,
so 6 people can't, so it's 14, and the Carl is there.
So it should be 42 attacks on the charge here.
It's 43 because the Carl gets...
Yeah, that's true.
So hitting on...
3s because of all that attack, counteracting my locus of change. Well, the Tzeentch locus. And
We're looking for 3s.
3s to wound. This
And
is the
these
first.
are mortal wounds.
Yes, so we have 3 mortal wounds. I'm just going to pull 3 dudes. I don't have any way to stop that. So here we have the second volley on 3s. And wounding on 3s. And 6s are good, so that's an additional...
Additional 3, and then there is 5 wounds.
Pull the 3 for the mortal wounds.
Last one, again 3s. That's pretty good.
Not bad. And then the follow-up, we got a mortal wound.
Another mortal wound, and then...
Yoink, yoink. This, plus 9 more saves, they're all dead. Boom. They get absolutely crushed. I'm not going to bother attacking over here with these blue hordes, because with that, that's pretty much it for my Tzeentchian ways here. They could, I guess they could attack. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'll throw my attacks. It won't matter, though. These guys are all 1 attack each, so you're going to go closer there. You'll go in, and then you're going to go keep coherency. Just dragging some little honored friends over here. Bloop. Bloop. There you go. Maybe, just maybe, this will matter. We'll see, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This guy would be 14. I was just afraid to move him. 14. Huzzah. Would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that direction. 5 in that direction. So we're going to see a hit and nothing. 14 towards the Hearthguard. So 4s. And 4s. That is 4 saves. No, Ren 1 effectively with the pink fire.
6 ups and 4 ups.
They only have, I guess they only have 5 up, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kill the one guy and wound a buddy. Boom. And then they get to pile in and fight.
Yeah, so he'll pile. He doesn't need to pile in, so he'll just have the wound over there.
Sure. We have 8 Hearthguard attacking, but they've dropped their weapons. And the glamour is hard to see through as well. So technically -2 to hit. However, that won't matter here. These are 4s to hit and 4s to wound because of the essentially dropping their weapons mostly. 4s to wound.
4s to wound. 6s are an extra mortal wound.
So we take 2 more wounds. I'll just
And
keep that in mind.
3 at -1, and they're 3 damage each.
3 at -1. So they're going to all out defense. So that just means they have a 6-up save. Did it matter? Nope, not quite. And that's going to be 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 damage. It would be 4, 5, 6, just 11 guys die. But no one, no morale checks or anything like that. Bam! Oh, wait a second. I forgot. There's a stupid pink core up there. So that means that guy turns into a pair of blue horrors, and one of these brimstones is just a blue horror. So I'm just going to put you back as a blue horror and put 2 blue horrors up there. Boom, boom. That's how that works. Sorry, guys. Bloop. There we go. Excellent. And then that is effectively it. No morale for me to do, no morale for you to do. That would be right on the scoring. I still control this objective. I still control that objective. But you get your battle tactic complete.
Yes.
So you get 4 points on your turn. Nice. Score is 9 to 14 currently. So I'm not behind in any means. But you don't get a command point because the general's not alive. And I'm probably at, I can't remember what I'm at. But I'm not really going to use 3. So I'll stay at 3. You get your command point on 2 up. I assume you want it because you're going to want to inspire. Yeah, you got it. So we are going to do against the odds. We're going to take that objective over there. Or heck, I can even say that one. You scratch that. I can't pick them because they're not from my starting army. I am going to have to recover first. We do get it. He's going to heal 3 wounds. He's at 9. Not too bad. We get to reroll one of my fate dice and change it to that. I'm going to make a 1 into a 3. I forgot to unleash my arcane bolt at them. They'd have a 5-up ward save. I meant to do it when they charged in. It might kill that 1 wound there. I was supposed to do it when they charge, but it shouldn't matter. So that 1 Volkite dies. Okay, let's go on to our actual battle tactic. Because against the odds, I could just do against the odds over here. Let's do something fun. Let's do this one's mine. I'm going to kill that guy with my general. Just to see what this guy can do in combat. Because I think this is all pretty scuffed over here. Though I have... oh, no, I did that stupid thing I hate doing. I make that mistake with my zombies a lot too. I keep thinking things, I keep forgetting you can't run and retreat in this edition anymore, even though this edition has been out for like 2 years now. These guys are too slow to retreat from this combat, because the hope was to retreat and then just hold and hopefully get a double turn and just double score that and just stay up in points a little bit, but because I can't deal with this. This is like too much. Especially with the 5-up board save, I can't really do any damage to them magically, so I think for fun I'm just going to bomb that guy there and then just see what I can do with magic. Yeah, we'll do this one's mine. Let's do the blue scribes, make the Hearthguard drop their weapons. Oh, he failed. They rolled a 1. Oh, no. Woe is me. The Herald will hit them with a pink fire. He got it with an 8, and so they're -1 save. And then that's 2 more fate points. We're at 2. Our Lord of Change. Let's go ahead and throw. Let's open an Infernal Gateway on the Rune Sun. We got it with a 9, and now because we're in our full bracket, we roll 9 dice. Every 3 up is a mortal wound. Oh, you suffer 6 mortal wounds. 5 wounds remaining, and then we're gonna cast. I don't really want him to like die, but I need to kill him with an attack specifically. So the Rod of Sorcery or the Staff of Change. Throw Tzeentch's Firestorm that way. Aha! I got it with a 13, so I rolled 9 dice. I might kill him here. I got a 6, so it'll be a mortal wound. I love Firestorm, so random. Down to 4. I'm gonna hit him with a Bolt of nah, I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna throw an unchecked mutation towards the Volkite Berserkers. Boom. So we got it with a 9, and look at that, 3 more spells. We're at 5 fate points. Now we deal D3 mortal wounds to them. So we do 3 mortal wounds. They have a 5 up ward. Here we go. We kill a model and wound 1, and then you suffer another 2 mortal wounds, which you have 5 up ward against. No, you say no. The Volkite, and that guy's wounded there. Boop. And that's effectively it for spells. We're gonna go on a movement. As move 16, they're gonna go lash him, and then they're all gonna go just try to do some mortal wounds to him, and then this guy maybe probably not. No, that guy can't make it, so that means they're gonna come back this way and end up over here. 2 of them fly over and deal 2 mortal wounds. He's got 2 wounds left, and then geez, I just want part of me wants to just sit here with the Rod of Sorcery and just blast them, so no redeploy off that, eh? So we're in range for the Rod of Sorcery. We're just gonna all-out attack and shoot at him. Would you like to all-out defense?
No.
Haha, I get, oh no! 2s! Ooh, and I'm gonna go, does it wound? No, and then, does it wound? Yes, and then I'm gonna use my 3 and my 4 to make 2 more wounds. And then do I get him back? No, I don't. 3 saves at rend of 1.
So 5 up saves?
Yeah.
No.
He dies!
Yeah.
Perfectly planned like Tzeentch. Well, it was all part of the plan. I don't know. I don't play Tzeentch much. Don't blame me. Okay, so we did it. That's our battle attack complete. Very cool. Good job, Lord of Change. Rod of Sorcery is dope. And let's go with a charge, I guess, because why the heck not, right? He'll charge. He's not a good fighter. He's not. I would not even classify him as a fighter. Let's go there, and we're gonna put the book right there. What up, little book homie? Okay, we're gonna stomp, I guess. We do D3 mortal wounds to the Volkite. They take 3 mortal wounds. They have a ward save though. They take 3. 2 of them die. Bam and a bam. We're gonna do a few Fyreslayer things. Berserk Furies, when they die, they fight.
Yes.
Once per game.
Yep. And then I'm going to interrupt and have them strike first.
That's like one of your command abilities. That's your one command point.
That's it.
Yeah. So I will all-out defense my blue horrors. Or my horrors, I should say. Hey, never mind, they're at full strength. You know what? I'm just going to pull the whole unit. You got them. No need to roll it. There's no need to roll it. Boom, 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 boom. Bam, bam, bam. I can't believe it. They all dead. Oh, no.
17 attacks, 3s and 3s, -1 rend, 3 damage each.
They're out of here. And then I'll fight with my Lord of Change. Staff of Tzeentch is going to attack. He's got 4 of them. We're going to all-out attack here. Aha. They all hit. 2s. 4 wounds. Yeah, 5 up saves, no rend. You think this guy's got rend?
1.
6 damage, which you have a ward against.
Okay. 5 up?
Yes.
1, so 2 will die and pile and fight you, and then...
To that pile and die. Kill him! Oh no! Oh my gosh! Ah, it's over! He got him!
And don't forget, paired with this battle report, in the vault, we have Manfred von Karstein versus the Thunder Lizards of Doom. If you are not signed up for the vault, check out a 7-day free trial with link down below. Cancel at any time, but in the meantime, enjoy all the additional bonus content and games that we play for you to enjoy.
They're unstoppable! You're animals! Realistically, a little out of time, but I just wanted to rush my things into combat and see how much they could hold against this. The answer is not very well. I just wanted to show off I actually just wanted to show off the mechanics of the new army. And I think I did very well. I'm very pleased with how they performed.
You did a lot of things in your first phase.
I was very happy with that. I was worried the game. This is kind of a pseudo post game here. Yeah, I was worried you were going to kill him off the rip, and the whole battle report was going to be horrible. But luckily, he lived with 1 wound. When he rolled that 1 on the tail swipe, I was like, no way, dude. There's nothing I hate more than like scuffing a new book off the rip. I didn't realize how quickly he moved, and then you rolled like the 8-inch charge to get into my Lord of Change, and I'm like, gosh, no, please. I was so worried. But luckily, I scraped by with 1 wound. He was able to recover fully. I got to show off all my magic. It all worked. Nothing weird and dumb happened. I got to show off the cool new endless spell mechanic. I'm happy. I'm happy as can be with that. And the battle report's really long, too. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. My Fyreslayers did good.
yes, they did. Yeah, the Magmadross went in, did a bunch of damage. The 1 effectively like neutered this unit, and then this one was still fine, but eventually took a lot of damage. They ended up carving them up later on towards the end. What I was going to go for was just move back on my turn, but I was like, that wasn't really interesting, so I'd rather show off the durability of the units while fighting. And now granted, only with the drop their weapons, that's a mortal only spell, and it's cast on an 8. So it's really hard to do, but the blue Scribes are a good addition. Most demon units are, I know it's a named character, but this thing is like an auto-include. I think it's a super cheap wizard, and it gives you access to the mortal lore. So if you're not running a mortal wizard, this guy gives you access to it, and it gives you access to the Arcane Influence, I believe the spell name is. It's you reduce something saved by 1, you reduce something's hit and wound rolls by 1, or they can't use command abilities or issue command abilities. All very strong, very powerful abilities that only the mortal lore has access to. So what do you think? What, give me your 2 cents here. What do you think of the army?
Of Tzeentch?
Yeah, you're on the spot
Yeah,
now.
it's still doing Tzeentch things. I think that it's still got the inherent, like Fyreslayers are not good at killing heroes. Like I got to chew through your army to get to you guys, which is kind of what you want. But I think any army still that like just kills heroes, Tzeentch would be sad times.
Yeah, Tzeentch demons. Yeah, we were saying off camera that the mortals don't mind that as much, and I agree.
Because like Zangors, like I wouldn't be quite so like ha ha ha, I charge Volkites into Zangors. Right. It wouldn't be the same. It would be a fight. Whereas as Pink Horrors, sure, it might take me a turn to get through you. Yeah. But I'm gonna get through you.
You'll get through them eventually, right?
And you're not gonna kill me before I kill you.
No, not at all.
No.
But ideally, do as much damage as I can.
This is evil.
Oh, this little endless spell?
This thing is evil.
So what that essentially did was zoned out. Like, if we were to do it the full 5 turns, these guys would have been zoned out over there, and I would have been able to pull back, and they would have taken another further turn to get back here. And then that made it so that I had dominion over that objective for the majority of this, because the little screamers could have... That was awesome. That is such a great zone of control. Had I put it over here, your army just would have shifted that way. So no matter where I put that pretty much, especially a slow army like Magikid,
because I'm not taking D3, because it would take me, because it's 9-inch, like, so 9-inch radius. Yeah. So it would take me multiple turns of going through it.
And then if we get stuck in combat over here, then you're just getting ground. That's every movement phase. It's your movement phase and my movement phase you roll for.
And it makes spawns, which means I'm in combat, and then I'm slow, and there's no reason to go anywhere near it.
Now granted, it is very easy to dispel. It's on a 5. Cast on a 5, so 6 to dispel it. But zone control, because you get to cast it on turn 1 and it can never be dispelled on the first battle round, it'll immediately have an amazing zone of control. I could be wrong. Maybe this thing's a better choice. I highly recommend this thing for the first endless spell. It's like cheap. It's like 50 points or something, or 40 points or something ridiculous. This thing's an amazing turn 1. Put it down. Go there if you want. Do a few extra mortal wounds. Get some spawn on the table to really mess with the opponent's first turn plans. Now, I might be thinking too deep into it, but I think this thing is like a great addition to the list. The endless spells for Tzeentch are very fun. Now the simulacrum, the bird heads, they just do mortal wounds. They're wizard hunters. They do. I think you roll 9 dice, and every 5 up you deal a mortal wound to every unit nearby or something, including your own. But it's a 4 up against wizards, so it's good at wizard killing. Maybe you guys prefer that more. I don't know. It's all preferential, really. The Destiny dice thing really slowed the game down quite a bit.
The Destiny dice,
they really did that before though. So
it's if you don't have your heroes, like the demons aren't there, and it's just I don't know. It's still as swingy as it was for everybody else. Yeah, because there'll always be the the one Tzeentch that everybody play, like the one Tzeentch list. What it gets worked out, somebody does the maths on it, and then you have all the demon heroes just blowing everybody up from a million miles away.
Yeah, realistically, like you could just run like 3 lords, like 2 lords of change and a Kairos and a bunch of pink horrors and like a couple of screamers, and that's a really nasty list.
Well, your spells are 18 inches, so you don't need to be anywhere near me. You're outranging most people shooting.
Yeah, because you could like drop like this. You don't need this guy here. Like you replace him. Because the Lord of Change is 400 points, so he's I think 160 or 140. So you pay like 240 or 260 more points, and you get a Lord of Change instead, which is like leaps and bounds better in like a lot of ways. You could drop the other Herald, the Blue Scribes, and then you'd have like another Lord of Change, and you still have a good amount of pink horrors as your front line. What is that? 4, 8, 12, and then you could have 3 insta pink horrors.
Well, you have the three, so 400, and then you have 750 for 3 instant pink horrors for 9,
and you
then
have 1 on the
50
spell.
points for the endless spell.
And then that's a list. Boom,
Yeah.
done. That's a damn dangerous list because the Lords of Change know the entire lore of change.
Yeah, so you're always going to get to do
Always doing your
full suite
spells.
of spells.
Exactly. You're always doing your spells, always bolting. They can all have a Rod of Sorcery, so they're all 2d6, 3s and 3s, red
And
one
that's 18 inches too.
And that's 18 inches as well, exactly. You won't have access to... Now, I will say, I do think the pink... Maybe 2 Lords of Change, and because I do really like the pink fires each, like -1 to something save is weirdly good. Especially with Flickering Flame or the Magical Flames, because they don't have Rend, so all of a sudden they have Rend 1, and then people are considering to blow command points on all the defense, so they're not like saving on 5s or something weird like that. Because it is volume of attack, right? So like a squad of like 10 pink horrors, that's 33 shots, 4s and 4s, Rend 1 with the pink fire on something. So that's pretty damn good. Like that could equate to quite a bit of damage. Yeah. At least like I don't know, like 6-ish damage from that spell, and and then you get into combat with and then maybe there's brimstones nearby, and then that's like a crap ton of brimstone attacks with Rend 1 now on top of it. Yeah. So it's a pretty good spell. So maybe 2 Lords of Change and this guy and those guys, and then that's essentially it. You drop one of these endless spells. Even though I think this is a dope endless spell, the built-in part of it is like bad. You take it for like, I would take this, not for this. It's supposed to give you access to a really cool spell that does D3 mortal wounds, and every model slain reduces bravery of the target unit. That's like a worthless effect because Inspiring Presence exists, and so many armies are immune to battle shock. So what you take this for is every time you move, you can zone out a section. Like when I charged into combat, you reposition it to protect his one flank so he can't get wrapped too heavily. Or you use it to like protect his one side so he can't get charged from that one side. Or you obviously use it to reroll casting, but a Lord of Change doesn't need to reroll casting all that much. I did technically roll a double 1 when I cast earlier, so that was unfortunate, but other than that, this thing's awesome. The Simulacrum is pretty awesome. I don't know, it's all preferential, but I like the effect of both of them there. I think for 100 points, these things move 16 inches. Hell yeah, dude. I don't know, I feel like I could be wrong, but 16-inch move, and for like 9 3s and 3 Rend 1 attacks, not too bad. Maybe. Flamers are really good too if you're playing the Flamer one, but I don't like shooting, and that's like all shooting.
I mean,
but that's like obnoxious.
Yeah, no, that's really good shooting.
That's
you
like,
just have a lot of shooting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think. Let me check their profile. Yeah, they're the same profile. They're 3 attacks each, 3s and 4s. No Rend, D3 damage. So with a pink fire, you reduce something's Rend by 1. The host itself gives them all Rend 1. So now they're all Rend 2 with D3 damage each. It's ludicrous. It's like an insane amount of damage on them, which I assume most people are going to be running. It's 18-inch range and they move 9, so it's 27-inch threat range.
Yeah,
sure. Okay, why not? And then they hit on 3s and wound on 4s, so that Unleash Hell is brutal. So it's 4s, Rend whatever, D3 damage each. It's a scary unit. So that's probably what most people are going to be doing if they're playing demons, I assume. But I like the pink horror thing because it's like I like the grind, I suppose. And it's my fault why the game took so long too. So it's mostly it there.
I reckon you should also like give it a whirl of just doing mortals because
I like them. I prefer the mortals.
Gaunt Summoners.
Yeah.
From
Silver Tower.
Like the Silver Tower thing sounds the most fun thing in the universe.
Yeah.
Although it should be you have to cut the filming and go and play Silver Tower to get the hero out.
I think the Mortals for all the demon factions are my favorite. Like, I love the Blight Kings for Nurgle. I love playing Mortal Khorne. I love the idea of their worship through whatever they're doing through summoning or a bloodshed, and then summoning the demons to the battlefield is very cool, very thematic.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
Demons will always be demons.
Yeah.
And everybody, people who love demons will love that, and the
Yeah.
people who don't like it won't.
Exactly,
so,
yeah.
But I will always be Mortals too. I love Mortals Tzeentch because Zangals are just so so much fun.
Yeah, for me, I would have 100% played, but this was kind of like a random decision, kind of late, last minute.
Yeah.
We started late as well. I went with demons because they're easy to play. They have simple stats, and the rules are mechanically pretty simple. There's not a whole lot of nuance on the War Scrolls. The mortal side of the book is a lot more complicated because there's a lot of minor stacking abilities and ores you're staying in and things like that it's harder to remember. Yeah. This one was stay within 18 inches of the Lord of Change for +1 to cast, and stay within 12 of my heroes, so I'm -1 to hit. Effectively, that's it. Yeah, nothing too heavy to worry about there.
Yeah.
And then get within 18 inches of my Lord of Change to cast spells and shoot his Rod of Sorcery. And that's
easy peasy.
Yeah, easy peasy, all she wrote kind of stuff there. Anyways, folks, thanks for tuning in. Leave some feedback down below. What do you think of the new Demon Codex? Disciples of Tzeentch. It is more than just demons. It seems very similar. Minor adjustments on the War Scrolls. The errata added in, very nice, good book, and of course, Path to Glory, one of the best parts of Age of Sigmar, added in as well. So I do bid you to check that stuff out if you haven't already, which I'm assuming you did, because I usually go look at that right away to see what they add to it, because I know what the base Path to Glory stuff is, but I had a hard time imagining where they're going to go with it until they started bringing out the red books. I'm like, I get it, very cool, very nice, yeah, very fun.
Yeah.
All right, toodaloo, everyone. Thanks, Davidwhite, for coming in and being my test dummy today, and just beating me up with dwarves, which is good fun all around.
I'll beat you up with dwarves any day. Any day
Awesome.
you like, I'll come and beat you up with dwarves.
Can't wait, dude. Happy wargaming, everybody.